The Spanish Grand Prix promises to be an important race weekend. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya has historically been an ideal meeting point for the rest of the F1 Championship, and with the battle between Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, this is a very opportune moment. With new regulations, this is also a moment for all new updates, so the order of precedence may also look different from the first 5 races. So certainly intriguing race coming up at Barcelona. And yeah, the circuit in Catalonia has been featured in F1 since 1991. Until then, the Spanish Grand Prix was held at Jerez, and before the street circuits such as Jarama, Montjuic and Pedralbes were in charge. Since 1991, however, Barcelona has had the honour of the Spanish Grand Prix for 31 editions, and for good reason. The Spanish circuit has no secrets for any team now that testing has been going on there for years. The F1 teams visit in the winter test and annually for a race, so every stone is already turned in terms of the team's database. Besides all the data, it is also a very representative circuit with all kinds of corners. The circuit is representative for the rest of the season. It's also clear from the figures from the 31 editions of the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona. 19 times the man on pole was the eventual champion, 18 times the winner of the race was also world champion. If we look at the teams, it is even clearer. 21 times that team would deliver the world champion who won, and no less than 26 to 31 qualifying. The pole was taken by a team that would be the eventual world champion, so pay close attention. It is not always the case the winner in Spain eventually becomes world champion. This was demonstrated during the 2021 edition when Lewis Hamilton took pole and victory in Barcelona. Through the weekend, however, Hamilton and Verstappen were very close. The difference qualifying was only 0.036. In the race, Verstappen took the lead at the first corner, but Hamilton recaptured the lead in the final few laps due to a different strategy. The eventual winner of the Spanish Grand Prix is therefore not always the world champion, but apart from that, Pastor Maldonado in 2012 and Max Verstappen in 2016, it was never the driver who was not competing in the title fight, so the Spanish Grand Prix does send a good signal for the rest of the season. In that respect, it will be interesting to see how the proportions are in Spain compared to what we have seen in the first 5 races of this season. And in those, Ferrari and Red Bull were the dominant teams, with Red Bull taking the upper hand a bit in the final races. It is therefore expected that these two teams will once again call the shots in Barcelona. The difference between the drivers of the two teams will, as in previous years, be a clear indication of the proportion for the rest of the season. If Charles Leclerc and Verstappen are as close to as Hamilton and Verstappen were in 2021, we can of course expect a great year. Behind the top two, it will be exciting to see how the updates in Barcelona turn out. Mercedes has so far been in no man's land in 3rd place, but hopes to make the jump to this year's top 2 teams with updates. The reigning world champions among the constructors must bridge a large gap to do so. McLaren, Alpine, Haas and Alfa Romeo have all taken the spot behind Mercedes once, but none of the 4 has scored a permanent spot as 4th team on the grid. McLaren potentially has the best papers, but not problems with the brakes, still not completely fixed. Should an update in Barcelona succeed in doing that, the jump could be well made. But yeah, the drivers can bring their summer clothes for the upcoming Grand Prix. It will be hot all weekend. On Friday, 25 degrees, and 27 degrees on Sunday and 25 on Saturday. Partly cloudy, and the chance of rain is less than 10% throughout the weekend. But yeah, it will again be between Ferrari and Red Bull in Spain, and it's logical to look to Leclerc and Verstappen. The two stand out head and shoulders this year, and are also expected to call the shots in Barcelona. The question is how Carlos Sainz will fare. It is not yet the season the Spaniard wanted, but he wants to show himself to his own fans. In the past 2 races, Red Bull clearly had the upper hand. In Imola and also in Miami, the RE18 of Verstappen and Perez was unbeatable on the straight and soft on medium tyres, whereas less than Ferrari. In Spain, the tyre wear also plays a major role, and that will advantage Red Bull. However, it remains to be seen what kind of updates teams bring this weekend and how it will work. Ferrari has hardly brought any updates this season, unlike Red Bull, but will come with a large packet of updates in Spain. The question is whether it will pay off immediately. Red Bull is also coming with updates. So far, every update has seemed to catch on, so yeah, it could be ominous for the opposition. Mercedes hopes to make the connection in Barcelona, but if there is teams punishing for poor pausing anywhere, it will likely be Spain. In addition, the gap between Ferrari and Red Bull is also too big to close with one package. If they can close the gap, world competitors also come up with upgrades. They should already be satisfied, really. And before I go, let me run you through my predictions for the time zones for this weekend, and then I'll do predictions later. But yeah, free practice 1, 1 till 2, and second free practice 4 till 5 in UK time. So yeah, a bit later than normal for a European weekend. Free practice 3 is 12 till 1, and qualifying is 3 till 4, and then you've got the race starting at 2 o'clock UK time. And in Thursday and Friday in the paddock, the main story seems to be around upgrades, and specifically not the pink Mercedes but the green Red Bull. Aston Martin have brought a car that looks very similar to the Red Bull, and yeah, it's almost a mirror image when you look at them. And yeah, just 2 years after the whole thing, it's very funny with the Mercedes thing. But yeah, I mean, like, it does look very similar. Red Bull accusing them of taking some IP, so that's going to be something to look out for. And then across the grid, Mercedes have brought a new floor. I think Red Bull and Ferrari have as well. So yeah, lots of upgrades going on. But moving on then to today's practice session, and yeah, in FP1, it was Ferrari that topped the timesheet through Charles Leclerc, followed by Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. George Russell was in fourth, and yeah, not a lot you could read into this session really. It's kind of just teams acclimatising into the track like we say so often in FP1. I suppose we saw Yuri Vips in the Red Bull. Unfortunately for him, he didn't really get set in a proper lap, coming last by quite a bit. It's a shame that he didn't get set a proper lap. Yeah, maybe the main story coming further down the grid, Nick De Vries beating Nicholas Latifi, which is seriously impressive when you consider he's never driven one of these cars before. So yeah, really impressive. And could he be in the frame to replace Latifi in 2023 or even sooner? Who knows? At least that's what the rumour mills are maybe saying. And then in FP2, yeah, it's a much more representative session, and it ended with Charles Leclerc topping, from George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz in fourth, Max Verstappen in fifth. So yeah, Ferrari looking really good on race pace. Mercedes fast in the straight line. They seem to cut out most of their porpoising, which is great for them. And hopefully they'll be in the mix. They were closer on race runs than they were in Miami, less bouncing, so maybe this won't be as much as a false dawn as Miami Friday was, so we'll have to see. But yeah, in race runs, Max Verstappen did look pretty ominous, so yeah, it's kind of going to be a trade-off. Maybe the Ferrari and maybe even the Mercedes will be faster in qualifying, but then the Red Bull will be faster in the race, a lot faster in the race by the sounds of it. But yeah, Ferrari and Mercedes have very similar race pace and qualifying pace, so let's hope Mercedes can carry it tomorrow and we can have a 3-horse race for pole and maybe the win. But before I go then, my predictions. And yeah, on pole I'm going to say Carlos Sainz. I seem to be predicting this every weekend, but you know, I've just got a feeling this weekend Carlos is going to pull something special out of the bag in qualifying, take his first pole in front of his home crowd. But in the race I'm going to go for Max Verstappen. Yeah, that Red Bull just seems so strong at the moment in race true, and I can't see it changing here, even with a raft of upgrades. I'm going to say Leclerc in second, maybe Sainz will get unlucky with a safety car or something like that. Take the Hamilton Alonso approach this season it seems. And yeah, in third I'm going to say Carlos Sainz, with Perez probably coming in fourth. But yeah, this certainly promises to be an intriguing weekend with all the upgrades. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. As I like, share, subscribe, any thoughts, comments down below, follow me to things for daily football news, and subscribe to my channel, that'll be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!